dedicated for basketball, you will know that he is somebody that meant well. And that was even before he, because he first became a scout for one Denver Nuggets in the NBA before becoming the president of basketball operations for Toronto Raptors. So I'm happy that he has not forgotten his roots. He's coming back home, wants to build 100 basketball courts in Africa, and he's starting with Nigeria. I mean, he should start from home. Absolutely. Yes, and I hope it's not just Lagos and Abuja. He should go to Delta State. He should come to Edo State because we need this. I mean, if you want to play basketball, you don't find the courts everywhere. It's only a few places, maybe schools, high institutions, and some other places, military installations, police barracks. These are the places you tend to find it. It isn't good enough. In the United States of America, why they are so good, they have street basketball almost every corner you turn. There are children playing in different neighborhoods, but here you don't find them. In fact, even football pitches that used to be common sites everywhere you went in Nigeria, it's not like that anymore. It's not like that. Even in schools, it's really difficult these days. That's why whatever we do, we've got to be praising the state government, because you see what they are doing in schools. It's ensuring that they have football pitches. Yes, in schools. And I recall the primary school that we had one novelty game. I had to post on Facebook, and I told them, look, this is a primary school, not even a secondary school, and see the quality of the pitch. But one thing I've noticed across Nigeria is, especially but with private schools, you build a school and
then it's like an enclosed environment. There's no room for sporting activities
at all. That wasn't what we
I've seen that over and over again, and it's predominantly in Benin City. You don't learn all the time.
It's worrying. It's really, really worrying. It's not just in Benin. It's all over. It's all over Nigeria. You go to even in Lagos these days, you hardly find, especially in the private schools. Maybe it's because of space, land is very expensive and everything. So they don't give room for recreational activity. Even indoors, when you have table tennis, when you could play those ones indoors, you hardly find them. So I think it's something that we must do in our private schools and in our public schools. And it's not just in high institutions, not just in the elite secondary schools. It should be everywhere, because it's not every child that has access to an elite secondary school or an elite primary school. There's a primary school that when you are told how much they pay as a school fees, you'll be marveled. So you will expect that those ones will have all the facilities, but
they don't.
The majority of people cannot attend. The most Nigerian families, we know that they live below the poverty line, so they need where they can go to and have access. Our early sporting heroes, even many of the sporting heroes that we have today, how did they make it? I was listening to Victor Osimhen recently after he was in Lagos, and he was interviewed on a Pidgin social media platform, and he was telling they were asking him, what do you have for the people? And he said, see, anytime you jam me for streets, anything when in my hand now, I get them. Because he knows I'll be one of them.
He's a product of the streets.
He used to hawk on the streets, and that's the same story with many of them. Many of these players that
used to sell pepper.
Many of them, almost, except now that you have so many coming from abroad. But apart from that, 95% of those who are our sporting heroes in Nigeria started
from the scratch.
Yeah, there's many of them either they were hawking or they were doing some other things. So if there had not been these sporting facilities for them to excel, we would never have heard of Rashidi Ekine or Shagode Gwami or some of these players that we have these days. So we cannot allow that to die. And unfortunately, the way it's going, if we do not take practical steps to address them, in future we might just be having to rely only on
foreign
guys that
foreign bases.
Yes, people that grew up abroad, and we hear, okay, they have a Nigerian name, let's go and contact them, let's see if they can agree to switch allegiance to Nigeria, because you have to catch them young. They have to start from the grassroots. That innate talent has to be honed. You have to develop it. So we must ensure that we have these facilities. So we are thankful to Masai Ujiri for doing this, and I hope that footballers too can do this. Our athletes, thank God, Kamaru Usman came to Edo State and he promised that something will be done.
Olufunga Oshonaike is also doing something. She has Olufunga Oshonaike, the tennis, table tennis star. She's doing something in the
southwest. In the southwest, especially Lagos, table tennis is something that. That's one thing that you will see. It's like in almost every corner. In almost every corner, every youth that has some money, usually when he has any establishment, there is usually
a small table where you play tennis.
You pay and you play. All those days in Lagos will say, my champions today, if you've not been beaten, you keep playing until somebody knocks you. And sometimes it's the owner of the board when he feels, you've overstayed and you are not playing.
Just close your place.
No, he comes because usually they are also very good. So that then he takes the bat and he beats you, so that he will let someone else pay and play. And there's also these snooker boards, and that's something else that we need to
talk about.
We need to develop seriously, because I'm beginning to see there's snooker boards everywhere, but let us also develop that.
That's a sport.
It's a sport. Yeah. There are leagues. There are Champions League for snooker. There is a trick shot competition. So we can actually develop that here in Nigeria and not just concentrate on football and a few other sports. So I hope that several states in Nigeria will benefit from what Masai Ujiri is doing. And I hope that not just him, other African stars will also...
looking into this one. 100 basketball courts is massive. We're not talking about 10. We're not talking about 20 or 30 or 40.
How many countries are there in Africa?
Yes, but then by the time he's done, I'm sure he may be able to touch a large number of them, which is good.
I hope.
Also, imagine if you have maybe 2 others or 3 others do the same thing as well.
Yeah, I don't know the plan, but maybe every African country will get at least one basketball court from this project that Masai is embarking on. It's good. And one thing I would suggest, as we are having this, we should also think of the street basketball, because street basketball in the United States of America is not. You don't need to build the court.
That's one good thing about basketball. Basketball court. That's one good thing about it. It doesn't need a space as big as a football pitch. Just a small space, and then you can do it in the open. You can do it in the indoor. So that's one good thing about having a basketball court. But what he's doing, I've seen pictures of it. It's massive. I've seen basketball courts, but those ones I saw on picture are just beautiful sights to behold. So for Masai Ujiri, what he's saying, he's going as far as Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire, Senegal. Let me ask: is it something maybe
every African country?
Is this something maybe governments can key into, maybe partner with him, and then have more also being built? Because what we're looking at right now is, like you rightly said, if we keep relying on the foreign-based players, maybe in the next 20 years or 25 years, it's going to be difficult for our local lads to break into the national teams.
Yeah, if you do not have those facilities that will encourage them to pick it up. As I've mentioned, I grew up in the Barracks, and it's just natural. There are football pitches, there are volleyball courts, tennis only in the officers' quarters. That's another sport that seems to be elitist. Tennis, we played, but it was just with wooden bats, and you get the ball and you start playing anywhere. But I'm talking about the lawn tennis. It's called tennis these days. We need those two all over so that people can participate. Even golf. Fortunately,
we don't have too many golf courses here in Nigeria.
Even
you can even buy the equipment.
You can't buy the
It's very expensive.
So those are some areas that maybe the government can help out so that you have more people. Look, honestly, if we are able to fund sports very well, many of these unrest that we are having, I believe that the youth, because
if you don't engage the youth, it's a problem.
It's the youths that are involved. So if you engage them through sports, through education, through other things, they will not have time for some of this, and it will help the country to develop. So the government, seeing what people like Masai are doing, it should, of course, encourage them and say, okay, how do we partner? How do we key in? Okay, your plan is to build 100 courts in Africa. How many in Nigeria? Okay, maybe it's because it's Nigeria, it is this country. maybe he wants to give Nigeria 30. Yeah. Okay, no problem. That means at least we have 4 already in Lagos. How many in Abuja? Okay, so we will now engage you. We will try and partner you to ensure that each state in Nigeria gets at least one. Yeah. We already have 4 in Lagos, and we know Lagos already has many. And you will understand why Lagos. I mean, if you talk of population, Lagos is
has the numbers.
Most everybody is running to Lagos, so you understand that Lagos will get special attention. Abuja too, likely. But then, how about Benin? How about Enugu? How about Kano? How about Kaduna? You know, those places. So I believe if the MBBF, for instance, knows what they are doing, they should. So you see, with what is happening now, if somebody like Masai Ujiri decides to contest for the presidency of the Nigeria Basketball Federation,
he will get it.
Are you telling me he will not? No,
but if we remove the politics, he will get it. No, yes, if we remove the politics,
exactly.
If we remove the other side of it,
he may not get it with the way things are going.
Because it's not even about the best candidates.
Yes,
it's about who is able to lobby more.
That's
able to satisfy certain people.
That's exactly what has been happening, not just in basketball, across all sports. So you might be the greatest footballer ever, and you've done so many things to improve football. But
the case of Didier Drogba comes to mind.
In Nigeria, across Africa,
absolutely.
Didier Drogba
is a prominent example.
Some others, as we've said, Kalusha Bwalia became president of Zambian Football Association of Zambia, and some others have made it, but it's not very easy. So what I'm saying is, if hypothetically Masai Ujiri becomes the president of the Nigeria Basketball Federation, before he even does anything, he's going to succeed.
Absolutely.
He will do. He has the vision, because already, even without him being involved with MBBF, he's been involved with MBBF
for some time
in the past. Yeah, but you can see what he's doing. He doesn't have to do this. If he decides not to do this, I think we will just still celebrate him. Oh, a Nigerian has become president of
Toronto NBA team.
Yes, Nigeria has done great stuff for different NBA teams. We'll still celebrate him. So he doesn't really need to do this, but he's doing this because he believes in the vision of Africa. I believe the program is called African Giants. So he knows Giants of Africa. He knows that we've got so many talented basketballers. Hakeem Olajuwon is also doing his own. Hakeem, he has also. Hakeem. But Hakeem, I've read Hakeem complain bitterly. Even somebody that has the kind of profile that Hakeem Olajuwon has, he has complained about how he has tried to reach out and help, and some people have messed up the projects. Yeah, including embezzlement, including equipment disappearing, and so many things. He's complained. And this is somebody that even his daughter at one point was involved with Nigerian basketball. So he has not forgotten his roots, even though he played for the United States of America. He's an Olympic gold medalist with the United States of America, has been an NBA MVP a couple of times with the Houston Rockets and everything. But he's still trying his best to see how we can help to improve basketball. But unfortunately, the environment sometimes makes it difficult for these guys trying to help out the country. So I hope that we have a government that will really make the environment conducive for these guys, so that they can come in and help us to develop our sports.
All right, if you just tuned in, you're listening to Sports Fiesta here on K92.7 FM. Let's go for this break. When we come back, we'll of course talk about Blessing Obordu. There's good news in the camp of the Nigerian Wrestling Federation. We'll tell you about that after this break.
Do you know that following people without their consent is stalking, and it's an offense? Don't be an offender. We give our consent for you to follow us on all our social media platforms. On Facebook at KUFM Nigeria, on Instagram at KUFM Nigeria, on Twitter at KUFM Nigeria. Check out the latest pictures and videos and catch breaking news, entertainment gist, trending issues and happenings on social media by following us at KUFM Nigeria across the various platforms. KUFM, turn on excitement.
Extra, extra. breakfast has got
extra 10% extra.
Just the Kellogg's sachet, now 99 naira.
That's right. Now stay active and alert with the new and bigger Kellogg's 90 naira packs. Your favorite Kellogg's Cocoa Pops, Moon and Stars, and Corn Flakes is now available in 90 naira with 10% extra introductory offer. Go grab it now.
Breakfast time is Kellogg's time.
Make you join the Obunge Yellow Awoof giveaway. The jollificate with extra 500% bonus anytime when you recharge with 100 naira or more on top MTN Better Talk. And if you like everyday Awoof, na star 888 hash, you go take recharge to enjoy 600% Awoof bonus on top MTN Awoof for you and enjoy 700% extra bonus every time when you recharge 100 naira or more on top MTN Yafu Yafu. So turn up Awoof with a burst brain.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Milo! Yes! Tell me first, why do I give you Milo every morning?
Because every day I play like a baller, I run like a sprinter, and learn like a scholar, so I need all the energy I can get, you see?
I see very well.
Give your kids winning energy. Milo Active Go, with the goodness of malts, milk, and cocoa, helps them make the most of every day. Milo, the energy to go further.
Uncle Dentist, what be cavities and how Colgate take they protect my teeth from cavities? Say they use Comfort?
No, dear. Now, home for teeth they cause most tooth pain will be cavity. But if you use Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection, take brush every day. The confirmed formula could help keep natural calcium inside our teeth. We could protect them from tooth decay.
Time don't reach to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate, because Colgate locks calcium in.
Yes, cavities out.
And the Nigerian Dental Association, they recommend Colgate.
More the way when my customers they take they enjoy this Checkers custard and hey, since I open shop today now so Checkers custard and just they ask me,
Madam, summer me one big container of that your Checkers custard because the way when my picking them they lick place every time I give them, it they torture me for body.
Yeah, mommy don't buy Checkers custard again. CHECKERS Checkers custard.
Checkers custard. Oga we no get rival.
Checkers custard. Now this one be custard.
Honey?
Yes, dear.
I'm tired of the poor power situation. Every time I stock the fridge, I come back to spoiled food. I think it's about time we go solar.
How?
With Vertical Solar, we can have all our appliances and electronics powered by solar, and they allow us to pay small. We can pay installmentally with as low as 36,000 naira monthly, spread across 12 months.
Tell me more.
I know you like the idea of paying small. Vertical Solar range of products can power all household devices, including air conditioners and water pumps.
What are the benefits of solar power?
We are talking uninterrupted power supply, no monthly electricity bill, no more spending on generator, and no more generator noise.
I see. But how can I locate Vertical Solar?
Head now to 28 Country Home Metal Road off Ajib Junction, Sapele Road, Benin City, or Blossom Mall beside Stop to Shop stores, DBS Road, Asaba. Or you can call them on 0816-170-1105 or 0703-623-4843. You can also send them an email on info@verticalsolar.com.ng.
Vertical Solar, your lifetime power partners.
We've had many battles, we have won some wars, but in all our struggles, we have lost loved ones. It may be cloudy outside, but not for very long. We will surely see the sun, 'cause we know no matter the weather, no matter the tide, we go there together. We stand by your side. No yawa, no problem. Go fit stand to fight us. We go stand together. We go beat them down.
Oga, don't finish your tire.
Kasali, I don't have cash with me. Let me give you hope.
Hope, okay.
Kasali be coming down.
Oga, I don't land you. If I say you open account for me, hey.
Darling, did you just open a Hope wallet for your vulcanizer?
Yes, that's how I pay all the workers at our building site. I pay them with their phone numbers so they can start transacting immediately. They don't even need an ATM or check.
You can create a Hope wallet account for any beneficiary from anywhere by transferring money to recipient phone number or simply dial *569*9#.
Darling, please let me stop over at that boutique. You don't have to come in. Don't worry, I will just impute your phone number.
Hope, succeed. Hope Bank always.
Wow, the detergent can come again. Wow. You they wash plenty and you they say wow. You fit to win the millions. As you they wash with, wow. Jump 50K every day. Wow. If you not time to take calculate. Wow. Million naira full of ground. If you want to know how, just check the pack. Wow. Get your own car though when you wash with wow. Detergent, you they wash up. Million naira back at time. Wow, detergent. Promo.
This promo will end for the 25th of October 2021.
This is Sports Fiesta here on KU92.7 FM. I'm CJ the Maestro. I've got Salih Ibrahim, the sports Ibrahim here with me. It's the Thursday morning edition of the show. All right, let's go on to talk about Nigeria's silver medal winner at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. Talking about Blessing Oborududu, she has been elected into the Athletes Commission of United World Wrestling. Oborududu is actually the only African out of 7 athletes who will be representing all the wrestlers on the governing body. Oborududu will represent Africa for the next 4 years, and she polled 90 votes out of 397 to get elected. All right, this is massive news for the Nigerian Wrestling Federation. We know what Blessing Oborududu has achieved for Nigeria in terms of wrestling. She actually won the medal for us at the recently concluded Olympics, and that of course added another feather to her cap. This time around, it's of course a position that many would of course term as something that is a lucky one for her, even though that she earned it by way of vote. So what does this mean for the Nigerian Wrestling Federation, and of course wrestling in general for the country and Africa at large?
Well, we actually discussed this 2 days ago. It's very good for Blessing Oborududu and for Nigeria. It shows that we are recognized internationally in wrestling and in other sports. And it's just wonderful. Stories like this gladden my heart, because I am delighted when they talk positively about Nigeria in international circles. So I just hope that Blessing Oborududu will serve well, and if it is something that she can contest again, I hope that she stays there for a very long time. But basically, it's just telling the whole world that Nigeria is recognized, and I wish her well in what she's doing. She's proven on the mat that she is one of the best in the world. Has competed in numerous world championship, silver medalist at the Olympics. If not for the American girl that defeated her in the final, maybe she will have become the gold medalist. So now it's time to do it, representing the interests of her fellow wrestlers, and wish her well.
All right, so moving on to football, let's inform you that Super Eagles winger Chidera Ejuke has been named CSK Moscow's Player of the Month for September. In the process, he has of course retained the award he won in August. CSK announced this one on their website, where he won by claiming 55% of the votes to emerge winner ahead of Russia goalkeeper Igor Akinvev, who had 21% of the votes. Also, Anton Zabolotny came third with 20% of the votes cast. Well, according to the breakdown of the polls, a total of 2,415 fans voted to determine the winner, with 1,319 fans choosing Ejuke. On the foreign football scene, let's also let you know that Bayern Munich defender, talking about Lucas Hernandez, has been ordered to appear in Spain for sentencing over a matter that occurred 4 years ago. Remember, in 2017, he was arrested for violating a court order restraining him from contacting his girlfriend after a violent altercation between the two, leaving her with minor injuries. Hernandez and his girlfriend were each sentenced to 31 days of community service and were ordered not to see each other for 6 months. However, he was arrested at the Madrid airport in the company of his partner, who was not arrested because a restraining order had not yet been formally served. Hernandez is facing a 6 months jail sentence, being a repeat offender, but then he has filed an appeal for this one. I don't know, but then when you're told not to go see a person for 6 months, and then all of a sudden you are found in company of the person that's actually breaking the law. The girlfriend has been cut loose because she's not been served her own order. Hernandez has been served. He's looking at a 6 month jail sentence. It's something he doesn't want to have on his CV. He's the current player of Atletico Madrid, and if, because we don't want to preempt the court, if it doesn't go well for him in court, it could just halt his career.
Yeah, and you want someone that did well at the Nations League.
At the last World Cup, he was also prominent for France.
Yeah, and won the Nations League with France, where he scored a great goal, and then he was really impressive. It makes you wonder what's happening. But I think we can all see that even though these people are professionals, they are still people. They are still human beings like everyone else, and they are having some of these issues. But I would expect that since you are so much in the public eye, because once you are a sportsman, once you are a celebrity of any sort, you are in the public eye, so you should be very careful what you do. But these issues of domestic violence is becoming rampant. Recall the issue with the German player Jerome Boateng, and so many. We're beginning to have all of these things come up. Even now, the Agnes Tirop, who just died, from what we hear, the husband is a suspect, so it could be domestic violence, and it's horrifying when things like this happen. So I hope that they are able to manage their private affairs better, so that we don't keep hearing these things. When someone is a sportswoman, you want to hear of their feats on the pitch, on the tracks, on the courts, wherever they practice their trade. And if you are going to hear anything of it, let it be something positive, like what Masai Ujiri is doing, like Sadio Mane building hospitals. Those are the kind of stories you want to hear if you are not getting information about the player practicing his or her craft. Yeah, so I hope they can take care of their private life so that we don't keep hearing negative things about them.
All right, so looking at the foreign football scene, well, Spain's player, talking about the midfielder, Pedri Gonzalez, has reached a new contract agreement with FC Barcelona that hopefully will last until June 2026. Italian transfer news journalist Fabrizio Romano revealed the contract agreement yesterday in an Instagram post. Well, according to Romano, the new release clause of 1 billion euros will be historical for Barcelona. It's going to be the highest clause in Barca history, according to Fabrizio Romano, the transfer expert. So hopefully maybe in the coming weeks we'll hear that Pedri Gonzalez has signed a contract extension. We understand he has reached a contract agreement with FC Barcelona. Reaching a contract agreement is not signing the contract. There are two different things: when you reach agreement to sign, and then when you eventually sign. When you sign, the club would of course announce that you have signed the contract. Recently, Pedri Gonzalez has emerged as one of the top players at Barcelona, even though he's still a young star. Barca wants to tie him down to a long-term contract, and they are looking at inserting 1 billion euros, of course, release clause in his contract. That's the highest the club will ever do. I remember when they inserted was that 700 million euros release clause in Messi's contract, but then this one is 1 billion euros. It's actually going higher by the day for FC Barcelona. What prompted something like this in the past for them was when they put a 200 million euros, I think, release clause in Neymar's contract, which was eventually beaten by PSG, and of course they had to. In fact, they had series of issues about that, so they decided to, they started increasing it. So if you want a player they will tell this is the price for the player. If you're still interested, you come. If you're not, just let the player be.
Yeah, I think basically they should just say their players are not for sale during their contract, because nobody will pay that. Well, when they put 200 million on Neymar, they thought no club would pay that. But remember, it was Neymar himself who paid the money before he was refunded by Paris Saint-Germain. They told him, okay, go and pay the money, and we'll give you your money back once when you join us. And that was exactly what happened. So that's why they are doing all of this. With the 700 million, of course, clubs felt it was too much. I'm sure Lionel Messi would have left them before he did, but it was just that release clause that was people felt was the point. He has just 1 year left on his contract, and
wait.
Yeah, wait until he comes for free, and that's exactly what happened. So, I think if you put that kind of clause, the player, if he grows tired, they will just say, well, I will see out my contract and I will go for free. So that's the danger of putting ridiculous buyouts clauses, because some clubs would prefer to wait. Look at Erling Braut Haaland. Nobody wants to pay his release clause, and even he understands that, and that's why what they've done now is to say, well, that release clause that you have put in, once this contract expires, it's going to drop to or after a certain number of years, it's going to drop down to, I think is a release clause in the summer is going to drop to around 70
million.
Yeah, so clubs can now afford to buy him, because he will feel Borussia Dortmund is not where he wants to
continue
end his career. So that's just the way it is. So to fix ridiculous buyout clauses, when basically the player will just run down his contract and then leave for free.
All right, let's go to AC Milan. AC Milan goalkeeper Mike Maignan, he will be out for 10 weeks after undergoing surgery on his injured left wrist. Maignan underwent an arthroscopic exam that identified the injury to a ligament in his left wrist, which was repaired. Well, the operation we hear is it was a perfect success for Maignan. He is a World Cup French international, and of course, in fact, AC Milan already are planning to sign a replacement for Mike Maignan while he's going to be out. He's a fabulous goalkeeper. He's the kind of goalkeeper you want to have as your number one. Numerous occasions this season already, he has saved AC Milan from conceding some goals. Well, he's one guy that, if not for the French number one goalkeeper, he should of course be the number one for the French national team. That's how good and that's how highly rated he is as a goalkeeper. Talking about Mike Maignan. All right, away from that, let's also inform you that the Football Association is set to learn if England have to play any home games behind closed doors as a result of the unrest at Wembley Stadium during the European Championship final. UEFA are due to hold their disciplinary hearing on Monday, with a verdict likely to be released within 24 hours of the tribunal concluding. France fought stewards and police as they attempted to break into Wembley for the event on July 11th. England, remember, they lost to Italy in the final of the European Championship. And of course, for UEFA, they opened their disciplinary proceedings into security breaches 2 days after the game was played. The FA on their own part also opened disciplinary proceedings. They opened actually an investigation to determine what actually happened. But UEFA are now saying, look, you cannot be a judge in your own matter. We have to look at this and then see what happened. On the day when the hell actually broke loose, we had issues of racial abuse after the match. In fact, there were a series of issues on the day, and UEFA are going to look at that. Hopefully by Monday, in fact by Tuesday at least, the verdict should have been out, and then the whole world will see what punishment England FA would face.
The English were sore losers on the day. I saw them punching Italian fans. If you wear the Italian jersey, you became a target, and it was just horrible. And I saw old men in their 60s and even 70s, spearheading this, attacking innocent fans just because they were supporting the team that just beat them. And how were they beaten? On penalties. So that's there is no good way of losing. But at least the one way that you lose that you feel we're just unlucky.
Yeah.
Yes, our team gave a good account of themselves. It's via penalties, because it would mean that you were not dismissed, you played well, you do. So if there is any kind of loss you want to take, it should be on penalties, because that way, everybody feels okay. You gave a very good account of yourself. But still, they were not satisfied with that. They were angry and destroyed things, and even after the match, they were attacking. I just hope we do not have a return to those heady days of football hooliganism in England, especially in the 70s, 80s, and early to mid 90s. It was horrible in those days. But there have now been a reformation and so many things. But it appears now that it's beginning to come up again. So I hope that they take decisive action on them. But then England will feel aggrieved if the punishment is severe, and then they look at what has happened to countries that you say in a way have supported racism. Maybe not officially, but they have been kind of like tacit approval for racism. You hear clubs coming up with all kinds of excuses why they should not take decisive punishment on people who have exhibited racist tendencies, to the point that even school children, one club was banned from having their fans in the stadium because of racist abuse, and you brought school children to the stadium to watch the games, but the school children were trained and groomed to boo every time a black player touched the ball. And they said no, they were just football fans expressing, they were just trying to put the other team under pressure. But when their white players were with the ball, you do not boo them. But the moment the black player holds the ball, you start booing loudly, and you are telling me that is not racism that you are teaching to school children. I mean, it's horrible. So if England is punished, Hungary that came and their fans were in England, but they were booing the English players for taking the knee, when we all know what taking the knee represents. Then you've also got to, UEFA has got to take decisive action on this too. England, there is still racism, but to an extent they've been able to come, because at least even if we see racist action, the FA usually comes down and say, look, this is wrong, we will not accept it, even if they say they are paying lip service, but at least they are talking.
Absolutely.
But in some countries they don't even do it, and when you even talk, the authorities there will be justifying, they will be trying to explain why that action happened.
This is not how we behave here. It's not this. It's just a few people that
if that's even the case, I think it will even be good. But sometimes they will tell you that what you hear is not racist, that it is just gamesmanship. They are just trying to rile up the players. It's not like they are racist or something like that. So you are interpreting it the wrong way. This is like what you said, that when you had a friend when they brought school children to watch a game, and they ended up booing the black players, and you are saying that they were just expressing, they're just watching the game. They were not being racist. That they even insisted that they would not allow their children to be dragged into something that was ugly and what have you. But we could actually see that the children were targeting the black players.
All right, this is Sports Fiesta here on KU92.7 FM. I am CJ, the maestro of God, Ali Ibrahim, the sports Ibarakadabra. Let's look at the results of matches that transpired in the early hours of this morning in the CONCACAF World Cup qualification. The USA, they beat Costa Rica 2-1. Canada trounced Panama 4-1. For Honduras, they lost at home to Jamaica 2-0. For El Salvador, they also lost at home to Mexico 2-0. Let's also run through the UEFA Women's Champions League Group A results for yesterday night. VFF Wolfsburg women trashed Seve FC 5-0. For Juventus women, they lost at home to Chelsea women 2-1. While for Group B, still talking about the UEFA Women's Champions League, PSG women, they butchered Kharkiv women 5-0. And then for Real Madrid women, they also annihilated Breda Blake women 5-0. They beat them 5-0. That's for Real Madrid women. Okay, for the fixtures for today, let's inform you that for Group C, HB Koigi women, they'll be up against Barcelona women, Arsenal women versus TSG 1899 Hoffenheim women. While for Group D, we'll see 2 matches there. Bayern Munich women will be up against BK Hacken female team. And then for Olympic Lyon female side, they will stretch their stuff versus SL Benfica. So talking about fixtures now, let's also let you into the world of the Common Ball qualification for the World Cup. Bolivia will be playing tomorrow. Okay, let me say this evening. They'll be playing against Paraguay, and then Colombia versus Ecuador. For the matches slated for the early hours of tomorrow morning in Common Ball qualification for the World Cup, Argentina will face Peru, Chile versus Venezuela, and of course Brazil up against Uruguay. This match is actually in contention in the sense that some Premier League players are going to be part of this fixture, and they will not be back in time for the weekend matches. I wonder why fixtures are like this for the CONMEBOL, having to suffer not playing for your club as a result of the international break. This is not about injuries now, but then because of the fact that the players will return late, some of them will probably return on Sunday or maybe on Saturday, which will be almost impossible for them to be part of training or even be part of their first team duties at their football club. Liverpool are going to suffer from this.
It has to do with the distance and the timing of the matches. I don't know why they even have to play that many games.
Yeah.
There are just 10 teams in South America. I think they should change the format. Maybe,
so reduce the number of matches they play.
I think so. Maybe just to perhaps they should even make it into 2 groups. Maybe they should just even play 2 matches and just say, okay, we are going to rank do seedings top 5, bottom 5, and play home and away.
It's fair enough.
Yeah,
just to reduce the number of matches because it makes no sense in any way.
Because you're just 10 and you need 5 to qualify, and you keep playing each other over and over again. It's tedious the way it is. It's supposed to be a very easy qualification process, but it isn't. So I don't know. Or maybe they should just say, okay, because it depends on you. The federation can say this is how we want to do it, and just say, okay, maybe they'll play, each team plays the order, which means that you are playing 9 matches, right? So since there are 10 teams, each team gets to play 9 matches. So after that, you can say the top 5 will qualify, or you say we play 1 round of games, then the top teams that's the teams that will be top at that point, if you are the top 6, you advance to the final stage. Then the final stage will play it like just 1 round of games. Then we'll see who moves to the next.
I hope the big name players in CONMEBOL are listening. Someone like Lionel Messi, Neymar, and the likes. Because truth is this: remember the last international window. Lionel Messi missed a match for PSG because he could not return in time. For that fixture. So I wonder why they keep enduring things like this when the federation or maybe the confederation are of course making life difficult for them by way of this format. For me, in Africa, I don't think anybody will tell you to be playing one another for as much as
Africa
9 times.
Is over 50. They are just 10, and so they feel it's not going to be.
It's
fair.
even the more reason why it has to be easier for them. Ours should be complicated, more complicated than theirs, because we have the numbers.
Yeah, that's why we have groups. So from the groups, you now decide, and this is what you do eventually. So we are getting to that stage now, the final stage, which will be 10.
Yeah,
because there are 10 groups, so you have 10 winners, and then. But I'm thinking, since they are 10, why don't they just go to the last group, last stage, and say, okay, this is how it's going to be. We have 10 groups. There are 10 of us in this group. Let's just seed. Or if you don't want to seed, okay, everybody in one one basket, and then you pick. But that way you may have Argentina versus Brazil, and they will not want to do that. So it will be better to say, okay, you seed
and then seed Brazil
the top 5
versus
the bottom 5, and whoever knocks each other out is qualify.
And then it also does give the smaller teams opportunities, because if you bring them all in one pool, a country like Peru will struggle to qualify.
So
a country like Chile, with all their players, may even struggle to pull through. In the end, I think they need about 5 nations to qualify to the World Cup.
It's five that makes it. So I don't know.
Let's look at the messages. You have many of them.
Yeah, there are some. But before we look at the messages, let's just tell you that Edo Queens will this afternoon take on Lakeside Queens FC in their second group match at the ongoing Flying Officers Cup at the Abuja Sports Complex. In their first game, which was played on Tuesday, Edo Queens, they pipped Nasarawa Amazons 1-0 to top Group D. A win in today's encounter will earn the girls 6 points, therefore giving them a ticket to the quarterfinal. And according to Ogeva Ehesun, the match is scheduled to take place at 1 p.m. So good luck, Edo Queens. We didn't talk about Indian Wells. There are some matches going on. Dan Medvedev was stunned by Grigor Dimitrov, 4-6, 6-4, 6-4 for Dimitrov to get to the next round. Diego Schwartzman also defeated Kaspar Ruud 6-3, 6-3. And then Alexander Zverev, he was also in action, and he won his match. Stefanos Tsitsipas also won, and there's so many results here. We will not be able to take all of them. So, but Indian Wells is hotting up. See how things pan out in the next couple of days. So for the messages now, okay, just 2 of them here. Happy New Day, my dear Oracles of Sports of KUFM Radio. I'm proud to be one of the fans. I am also privileged to be your friends. We enjoy your programs. More grace to your elbows. World heavyweight boxing legend. Thank you very much, Mr. Thomas E. Super Eagles better play 3-5-2 formation, which we saw on Sunday. Victor Osimhen was assisted by a defender to Ekong, and also Leon Balogun got 1. Okay. Let's see. Good morning. It's like you are mistaken Lucas Hernandez. It was Theo Hernandez that was involved in the World Cup. Who did you say had the domestic issue?
Jerome. Okay, no. Hernandez.
Which of the Hernandez? Was it Lucas or Theo Hernandez? I thought it was Theo Hernandez that they said had that issue. They only play each other twice normally. Okay, is it talking about the South
Lucas Hernandez?
Okay, it was Lucas Hernandez, not Theo Hernandez. Okay, I thought it was Theo Hernandez that you were talking about. Okay, this one says, why is it that any sport in this country starts to do well and our national team starts to dominate that sports in the continent, our politicians will come in to be a spoiler? Sport is the only industry that makes us the citizens of this country. Okay, happy. Okay, what is all this? Just celebrate them. Catch it from PZ. Not quite sure what he was saying there, but maybe it has to do with the basketball. Those are the messages.
Okay. All right, so that's the much we can take coming from this edition of Sports Fiesta. But then before we go, let's blow the final whistle.
Although I appreciate that there will be media attention and interest, I would like to ask that my privacy is respected in the coming months, and I will share updates on my progress when I am able to do so. In the meantime, thank you to everyone for their messages of support. It means so much and will continue to do so in the months ahead. I look forward to seeing you all again and playing the sport I love very soon. Wales and Bournemouth midfielder David Brooks revealing that he has been diagnosed with stage 2 Hodgkin lymphoma cancer. That was the final whistle of Sports Fiesta this morning.
All right, so that's the much we will take for this edition of Sports Fiesta. Hopefully, we'll be back here by 4 p.m. for the second half of Sports Fiesta. Ibrahim, thank you so much for your time. For those who sent in their messages, thank you also for what you do for us here. Until we do this again later this evening, I remain CJ the Maestro, signing out.
Trying to get or receive information through all corners of the globe requires unprecedented internet service. At Wireless NG, we provide fast, reliable, and affordable unlimited broadband internet service to homes and businesses. Service is currently available across Lagos and Benin. Visit us today at Wireless NG, 5 Ramaya, Ikenede Street off PZ Sapler Road, Benin City, or our marketing office, 70 Olowo Complex, Airport Road, Benin City, or call 0807-887-9960 or 0703-672-9147. Wireless NG, erasing internet boundaries.
This we talk about what's more practical and comfortable in the business of elevator, escalator, building automation. Then let's talk about Enabritech Limited. For your home and office, companies and industries, when you think of professionals in providing and installing elevator, escalator, building automation, automatic doors and gates, and lots more, think Enabritech Limited. Visit our Benin office, 14 Ideal Street, off Inama Road, GRA, Benin City. Telephone 0905-257-2571. Abuja, 40 New Age Estate, Guaripa, Abuja. Telephone 0807-7577-398. Lagos, 417 C6 1004 Estate, Victoria Island, Lagos, Nigeria. Telephone 0807-7577-392. Ghana office, Medina Estate, Accra, Ghana. Telephone +233-504-651-537. Email info@enabritech.com. Website www.enabritech.com. Enabritech Limited. Technology moves you.
Wellspring University Benin City presents you an opportunity for a world-class degree. Wellspring University runs courses in nursing, medical laboratory science, cybersecurity, software engineering, information technology, computer science, business administration, mass communication, international relations, taxation, accounting, and many more. 2020 and 2021 UTME results are acceptable. Wellspring University also offers NBA, MSc, part-time, and top-up programs. For details, visit www.wellspringuniversity.edu.ng or call 0704-255-0535 or 0907-333-0526.
Here comes Wide Range Electricals Limited, manufacturer's representative and major distributor of top-class electrical materials, now in Benin City to serve you with standard electrical materials like Nigerian wires and cables, piping materials, latest variety of fancy switches, light fittings, extractors, ceiling and standing fans, plus major industrial materials like transformers of various kVA, armored cables, aluminum conductors, overhead materials, distribution boards, circuit breakers, household electrical appliances, and lots more. Sub-distributors, individuals, corporate bodies, retailers, builders are all invited. At Wide Range Electricals Limited, all electrical products and brands are sold according to specifications for maximum satisfaction of customers. Wide Range Electricals Limited, number 8, Igbesawa Street by Igun Street Junction, off Akpakpava Road, Benin City. Telephone 0803-970-3517. Wide Range Electricals Limited, lighting your world.
Hey, share your body there confirm with yo-yo bitters. You go dey wonder wetin e mean. Wetin e mean be say whether you dey take yo-yo bitters every day. Yo-yo bitters dey protection you against infections wey fit happen anytime. Na im be say you go dey take yo-yo bitters like food supplement abi medicine wey doctor give you. Na correct natural ingredients dey inside wey dey wash all yamayama. Ogbonge vitamins dey inside to help your body work well well. E never finish o. Yo-yo bitters get minerals wey go boost your body immunity to fight sickness, disease and free radicals. Na im make am dey important to get Yo-Yo bitters for office, house and everywhere. Yo-Yo bitters dey for liquid, gel plus including tablets. Make you quick go buy your own for pharmacy and medicine stores wey near you. Yo-Yo bitters, make you dey clean inside out.
1xBet makes betting easier with their app for both Android and iPhone users. From finding games easily, playing virtuals, and betting with ease and speed has made it more fun to play on the 1xBet app. Download the 1xBet app on our website, 1xBet.ng, and use the promo code NG21 if you're creating your account for the first time. 1xBet, bets for everything.
92.7 KUFM.
From Benin City to the world.
This is 92.7 KUFM News.
Good morning and welcome to KFM News Update on the hour. I'm Benjamin Kadiri. The federal government has set a deadline of December 1st to 2021 for civil servants to take the COVID-19 vaccine. Chairman of the Presidential Steering Committee on COVID-19 and Secretary to the Government of the Federation, SGF, Boss Mustafa, announced this at a briefing on Wednesday in Abuja. He also revealed that the government has removed South Africa, Brazil, and Turkey from the list of countries where travelers have been restricted from coming into Nigeria as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. The federal government says the repatriation of the 1,130 looted Benin bronzes from Germany to Nigeria is on track, and the matter is on the front burner of both countries. The Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, disclosed this on Wednesday in Abuja when he received a delegation from Germany to follow up on issues of repatriation of the bronzes. The minister said Germany remained the first country to return in large number looted artifacts from Nigeria, and the gesture would endear Nigerians, and in particular the people of Edo State, to Germans. The Deputy Governor of Anambra State, Dr. Nkem Okeke, has defected to the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC. President Muhammadu Buhari received the Deputy Governor on Wednesday at the Presidential Villa in Abuja. Okeke was led to the President by the APC Caretaker Committee Chairman and Yobe State Governor, Mai Malabuni, and Imo State Governor, Hope Uzodinma. Budget proposal has passed the second reading in the Senate. The passing through the second reading follows a debate by federal legislators on the budget. President Buhari had on Thursday last week presented a 16.39 trillion naira budget proposal for the 2022 fiscal year. A federal high court sitting in Lagos has ordered the former Minister of Aviation, Femi Fani-Kayode, to pay a fine of 200,000 naira for being absent at his rearrangement or stand the risk of having his bail revoked. Justice Daniel Osaigo gave the order on Wednesday, saying that having gone through the court's file, he observed 5 different letters by the defendant seeking adjournment in the same medical grounds. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, had charged Fani-Kayode alongside a former Minister of State for Finance, Nenandi Usman, and Danjuma Yusuf, a former chairman of Algon, and a limited liability company, Joint Trust Dimensions Nigeria Limited. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, in its new guidelines says any customer or entity operating an account or wallet without a bank verification number, BVN, will pay a penalty of 2 million naira in a circular to all deposit money banks, DMBs, mobile money operators, MMOs, super agents, and payment service providers, PSPs, signed by CBN Director Musa Jimo, Payment Systems Management Department. The bank said 15% of the total amount will be credited into the account during the period infraction exists, and 20,000 naira penalty per infraction customer per day after the infraction exists. And that's KFM News Update on the hour. Benjamin Kadiri. Thanks for listening. Good morning.
Programs on KU 92.7 are now open for sponsorship and advert placements. For sponsorship and advert placements, call now for inquiries 070-380-50243 or 080-8877-3644 or visit KUFM Marketing Office located at the top floor of the Enterprise Foundation Building, number 62, Ihama Road, Benin City, Edo State. 92.7 KUFM is your business growth partner.
Milo! Yes!
Tell me first, why do I give you Milo every morning?
Because every day I play like a baller, I run like a sprinter, I learn like a scholar, so I need all the energy I can get. You see?
I see very well.
Give your kids winning energy. Milo Active Go, with the goodness of malts, milk, and cocoa, helps them make the most of every day. Milo, the energy to go further.
Wow, the detergent can come again. Wow. You dey wash plenty and you dey say, wow. You fit to win a millions. As you dey wash with, wow. Jump 50K every day. Wow. If you not time to take calculate. Wow. Million naira full of ground. If you want to know how, just check the pack. Wow. Get your own car though when you wash with wow. Detergent, you dey wash million naira bracket. Wow, detergent promo.
This promo will end for the 25th of October 2021.
Good news, scratch that. Great news! KUFM 92.7 is about to turn the excitement up a notch again. This time, we bring the world to you. We can now broadcast your events, parties, birthdays, marriage ceremony, naming ceremony, political rallies, and lots more to the world live. For any of the mentioned event coverage, simply visit our marketing office at 62 4th floor, Enterprise Building, Ihama Road, GRA Benin City, Edo State, or our broadcast station at Ward 8 and Bypass, Benin Auchi Expressway, Edo State, Nigeria, or call these numbers 0806 023 2180 or 0806 530 5657. KUFM. Turn on excitement.
Wake up every day, feeling so down with motivation. Turn on my excitement. 92.7, everybody knows KUFM. I'm in love with my radio. KUFM. I'm in love with my radio. KUFM. I'm in love with my radio. KUFM. 92.7 is my radio. Start up my day with a KU breakfast. So move to the KU midday. So Radio Tori, Sparks Fiesta. Can you drive time? And I wrap up my day with the KU 99. KUFM. I'm in love with my radio. KUFM. I'm in love with my radio. KUFM. I'm in love with my radio. KUFM. 92.7 is my radio.
Nigeria's political landscape has evolved over the years, but since 1960, the yearnings of the people have remained the same.
My own problem in life, I don't tire.
There are no jobs in this country.
Everyone pays to carry 250 million naira. Go buy motor. Corruption for this country too much. Our healthcare in Nigeria is really poor. Women are dying at childbirth almost every day.
Join us on the program Dialogue as we focus on Nigeria's political scene. We bring you interviews from political gladiators.
So this wasn't the problem with the government. It was the corruption in the SSP account. It was the fact that without any clearance, the government dipped their hand in the SSP account to fund their business. And SSP account is money you save from the state government and the federal government.
In-depth analysis of policy statements.
Nigeria does have a problem with corruption, and so do many other countries, including developed countries. I don't like the fact that when people mention the name Nigeria, the next thing they say is corruption. This is a country of 170 million people. 99.9% of them are hardworking citizens who just want to get on with their lives, and they want a government that delivers for them.
And voicing your political opinion every weekday from 9 to 10 a.m. on 92.7 KUFM. Dialogue. Your voice counts.
Good morning and welcome to the Thursday edition of Dialogue on your KU 92.7 FM here in the city of Benin. And well, today my name is Benjamin Kadiri, as you know, and today I have a special guest on Dialogue this morning. He's a member of the association. He's from the members of the association of the Nigeria Association of the Blind, Edo State. And he's here to give us heads up on something they have coming up. It's the White Cane Day Celebration 2021. So I am here. Joining me on Dialogue this morning is Kabwe Matthew. He is the secretary of the Nigeria Association of the Blind. Welcome to Dialogue, sir.
Good morning, my brother Ben. And good morning, listeners at home.
All right. And so, first and foremost, let us in on what the Nigeria Association of the Blind actually stand for and does.
Okay. Nigeria Association of the Blind it's an umbrella set aside to cater and cater for those living with visual impairment. Edo State started our whole celebration here in Nigeria in 2005. Annually, we do set this special day aside, the White Cane Day. We do set it aside to create awareness, enlightenment to the public, to let the public know the existence of Nigeria Association of the Blind in Edo State here. So our aim and objective is to cater for the well-being, the needs of those living with visual impairments in Edo State.
Okay, now looking at this, the theme and the I don't know if to call it the theme or the concept, the White Cane Day celebration. Can you explain what's where that is coined from? What is the White Cane Day celebration? Basically, what it's all about, and how explain the White Cane Day. Okay,
the white cane is a mobility aid that was invented by an American, I think a few years ago, 1964, and is a tool that a visually impaired can hold in his hand when while walking on the road, on the streets, for mobility purposes. Okay. Yeah, although it has different colors, but it started with a white color, and it's a material that you can actually disable. That you can dismantle it at any time. For example, you want to board a vehicle. In order for you not to take the long stick into the vehicle, you have to disable it. You fold it. Then when you want to take it for a walk, you also stretch the material or the tool.
All right. So we are looking forward to the White Cane Day for 2021. What should we be expecting on this particular day?
Yeah. First of all, I have to thank this wonderful radio station in Edo State, the KUFM. I think this is the second edition. This is the second privilege or opportunity given to us to come to the studio to talk to the people on air, to enlighten the people, to sensitize the people concerning this particular day. 2019, we are here too with my colleagues. As at then, I was the secretary of the committee, but today I'm the secretary of the association. So the White Cane Day is a day set aside to enlighten the people, the importance of important for them to allow us to use the road as every other person has the opportunity to use the road freely without any discrimination or distraction. Like today now, we actually have some challenges. I'm not supposed to be here alone. I supposed to come with my friends, but due to some of us who are parents, the children are writing tests, and they don't have anybody to bring them here to the studio. That is one of the reasons why I'm here alone for now. Some of us they may later join us in the program. So I have to thank KUFM for giving us this privilege to come on air to talk to the people in Edo State. And I think even during the palliative distribution last year, some of us benefited. So KUFM has been so good to those living with visual impairment. Not only those living with visual impairment, I think with the physically challenged persons in Edo State in general.
Okay, so what is this particular day characterized by? What are the kind of activities that take place on this White Cane Day celebration? Okay, in Edo State here, this year we already organized, or we already set aside the programs or the programs of the events for tomorrow. It's going to take place tomorrow because it's always celebrated on the 15th of October annually. So tomorrow our members and every other persons we are inviting, we go to assemble at Uropota Hall by 9 a.m. tomorrow. From there, we'll take a rally through the NUJ complex. From there to government house and to the venue where we are going to have the event at Saple Road, Imagoro College at Saple Road. So this day we already organized a program for the people, for those living with visual impairments. We are going to give out some grants to some of our students who are facing difficulties in terms of education, because for us to acquire education is a very big task. It's not easy at all. Our needs or our education is kind of very expensive. What a normal person will use, let me not use the word normal, a sighted person will use to take care of his or herself in his school is kind of a times 10 of our own, because whenever we are doing something, we need an assistance, and having an assistance, we know we got to look for something to support that person in order for that person to always come around you when you need his or her need.
So we are going to give out some grants to some of the students in the special schools we have in Edo State. Like Idia College, we have special departments. Yobe College, RC Road, we have special departments. And there's also a primary school for those living with visual impairments at Iviori, RC Road too. So we are going to pick, I think, 3 students from each of the school and give them grants. I also have this White Cane Day material to share for some of our members in order for them to have this mobility freely.
This is a very, very good gesture. And of course, talking about the challenges which the visually impaired have in society. Now, looking at the association, or for as long as you've been in the association, what can you say, or how can you say, what kind of impact or effect can you say your association have had over the years on the visually impaired in the society?
Yeah, the impact or the effect of the association in Edo State is one of the one of the things I just explained to you not quite long, like this having awareness, enlightenment, bringing people from the rural area, for those who have actually lost hope over the years that because of visual impairments they cannot go to school, their parents even discriminating them, locking them at home, and their family members, even friends, discouraging them that what can you do? You cannot do anything. As far you are blind, as far you don't have sight, you cannot do anything. So our objective or purpose of having this event is to enlighten those in the rural area, or those who are not well enlightened concerning this particular association or event in Edo State. Is for us to tell them that all hope is not lost. For me, I'm a graduate. I finished from Abrusali University and I read history 2016. I'm married with a daughter and I'm also working. So many of us, our chairman, the present chairman now, Mr. Loki Mafidon, is also working, graduated from Uniben. Many of us are graduates, so I don't see any reason why anybody will tell you that because of without sight you cannot do anything for yourself. Many of us who are not even graduates, they have handwork like craft and other things. But it's quite unfortunate that Edo State here, we don't really have boarding facility to encourage the people to go to school, because one of the challenges they are really facing is a lack of the transportation. Because since the ban of motorcycle in Edo State, it has been very, very challenging for people like us, or for those living with visual impairment, to move around. But thank God for the walkways that the previous government actually put on ground before now. So with the walkway, it's still easy for us to navigate or for us to move around. But that is not enough. Since the ban of motorcycle, it has been very, very difficult for us. Like for me to move around, I need enough money. If I don't have anybody to come with me or to go out with me, it means I'm going to board a cab, and you know now using the expensive money. The expense is very high for us to cope in the state. If you go to Lagos State, it is very easy. I think the government over the years, they actually made provisions for people like us. Once you want to board a vehicle, the driver is already aware or enlightened that this person is visually impaired, so we have to give him a special seat. So they don't even pay for that in Lagos. But another thing we are also facing, and we want to let the motorists to understand, is the use of the roads. And that is one of the reasons we have to put this event to organize this event tomorrow. The motorists, they don't really understand in Edo State. For example, most of the drivers here, they don't even talk for people to understand the particular direction they are moving to. You see them using on or hand to give description of where they are going to. But other states, for example Lagos, they shout, they talk. No, any place they want to go to, if a visually impaired is standing on the road, you'll be able to board a vehicle yourself, because you have ears to understand or to listen to where the particular vehicle is coming from and where it is going to. But those states, it's not like that. They don't, as if they are giving sign language on the road. So we are advising them and pleading with them. We are not using force. We are pleading with them that henceforth they should try to always call a particular bus stop or direction they are going to, so that if someone like me wants to go out I can go out alone without looking for anybody to assist me. And using of the road too, that is we find it very difficult to cross the road, honestly speaking. So we want to plead with them or appeal to them that whenever the motorists, the drivers, they see someone holding a person's hand, you should be able to stop in order for that person to cross the road. Or you see someone holding that guide cane, the white cane, or whether it's called is white or any other color, as far the cane is stretched out, you should be able to understand that this person needs an assistance. So you stop for the person to cross. I think that is one of the reasons we are organizing this event, for people to really be enlightened and aware of what we are and what we need in the state.
Okay, fantastic. And that's Akabwe Matthew. There, he's the secretary of the Nigeria Association of the Blind here in Edo State. And of course, has been telling us about the challenges and of course the need of the White Cane Day celebration that's coming up tomorrow, the 2021 edition. And of course, it's as a way to create enlightenment and of course establish the challenges of the visually impaired people face, and the need for both the general citizenry and of course government to have understand these challenges, and as a way support them and find ways with which we can make life easy for them, and of course creates the inclusion of these people in society. And okay, so let's quickly look at the events. The date is Friday, 15th October 2021, and the venue, which will be after your rallies and everything, right?
Yes.
After your
march.
At
Maguru College, the event will start by 12.
By 12.
Yeah, for the invited guests. But we, the members, will start a rally at Urukuta by 9 a.m.
So you are invited. You can be a part of it.
Then on Sunday we have a general Thanksgiving at St. Paul Catholic Church, Airport Road.
Okay. All right. Yes, we've been speaking with Matthew Akabwe, the secretary of the Nigeria Association of the Blind. We've been joined right now and by
Igminovaya Orobosa Timothy, treasurer, Nigeria Association for the Blind, Edo State chapter.
All right, by the treasurer. He's just joined us now. Good to have you on Dialogue today.
God bless you.
Okay, so we'll just give you about, we are almost wrapping up, but you just came in at the nick of time to earn yourself at least 3 minutes to actually talk about the essence of the day as well, the White Cane Day, real quick.
Thank you very much. The essence of the day is to create awareness for the members of the public about the use of white cane guide, or better still called white cane, where we are visually impaired. When I was coming this morning to this program few minutes ago, there is some of the things that make me to come late. Where the car dropped me, I was stranded. People were there. I was begging with my white cane, please assist me. I'm going to KUFM. I have a program there. They were just looking at me. I see that I'm there to beg. But if the awareness is there, as I come down from the car with my white cane, there will be assistance. In Lagos State, this does not happen anymore. The awareness is already there. It's the same thing we are trying to create in Edo State, so that whenever you see any visually impaired with cane guide looking for assistance on going to anywhere, there will be an assistance to him or her to his destination. I know that a road is not built in a day, but with our collective effort, you that is hearing us out there, you can contribute your quota. Tomorrow we have given out cane guide. The cane guide may not be enough, but I plead to the members of the public to please partner with us. I know the government is trying on their own part. They cannot do it alone. Please.
Okay, thank you very much. That's it. You heard it there. That's the essence of the day for us to understand the dynamics with visual impairments, and of course the need for us to understand the challenges that comes with it as well, and as a way, find a way to rearrange our minds towards the visually impaired, and every now and then try as much as we can to find ways to support them in society and make them as inclusive, create an inclusion for them in every sphere of life, because visual impairness it's not easy, and doesn't mean a visually impaired person cannot do all the things that is done in society. They've proven it over time. And I want to say, gentlemen, thank you for coming on Dialogue today.
God bless you,
and
sir.
We'll be looking forward to the White Cane Day celebration tomorrow.
Highly invited. We look forward to see you guys tomorrow.
And please, for further information, you can call the secretary 070-300-56228 or the chairman Lucky Murphy. I think we'll give out the number subsequently.
Okay,
and
please, the chairman's number 0805
thank you.
672 9887, and the secretary Matthew Akabwe on 0703 005 6228. Once again, Lucky Mafidon chairman's number is 0805 672 9887.
And please, for this event tomorrow, there are many things we actually need. We are finding it difficult to put them in place because of financial strength. Because we are be expecting something, and unfortunately, we have not been able to get it all now. So we are appealing to the public, as you are listening to us now. If there's any way you can contribute to the association financially, we appreciate that. And please, in politics too, always try to put us into consideration. Like I'm a comrade. I was the director of welfare faculty of arts at Brusali University when I was a student there. Also contested in SUG. So I'm a politician, and we look forward for people to also consider us whenever there's a time for us to play politics. Thank you very much, our listeners out there, and thank you, KUFM, for giving us this privilege this morning.
And thank you for always honoring our call. And have yourselves a wonderful day, and of course, a great celebration tomorrow.
Thank you. God bless you.
All right.
Landscape has evolved over the years, but since 1960, the yearnings of the people have remained the same.
My problem in life, I don't tire.
There are no jobs in this country.
Everyone please carry 250 million naira. Go buy motor. Corruption for this country too much. Our healthcare in Nigeria is really poor. Women are dying at childbirth almost every day.
Join us on the program Dialogue as we focus on Nigeria's political scene. We bring you interviews from political gladiators.
So this wasn't the problem with the government. It was the corruption in the SS School account. It was the fact that without any clearance, the government dipped their hand in the SS School account to fund their business. And SS School account is money you save from the state government and the federal government.
In-depth analysis of policy statements.
Nigeria does have a problem with corruption, and so do many other countries, including developed countries. I don't like the fact that when people mention the name Nigeria, the next thing they say is corruption. This is a country of 170 million people. 99.9% of them are hardworking citizens who just want to get on with their lives, and they want a government that delivers for them.
And voicing your political opinion every weekday from 9 to 10 a.m. on 92.7 KUFM. Dialogue. Your voice counts.
Welcome back. It's still on K92.7 FM. This is Dialogue, and I'm Benjamin Cattery. And yes, still on Dialogue, we will be looking at, usually on Thursdays, we look at issues revolving around Edo State. Core focus is in Edo State here. So today we will be looking at the issue of the passing of the anti-open grazing law. as the governor has explained, as yesterday, why Edo State is yet to pass the anti-open grazing law, as much as there have been high anticipations on what Edo State's decision on that could be, judging by the fact that other governors, especially our neighboring states governors within the regions of the Southwest and South-South, have actually passed the bill into law. So people have been, there have been questions, and people have had one or two reasons to say what is happening with Edo State, and if all the governors within this region are of the same decision on the anti-open grazing law, why is Edo State not in the bandwagon? So the governor stepped up yesterday and talked about why Edo State still hasn't passed the bill into law. So the governor, who spoke to State House correspondents after meeting behind closed doors with President Muhammadu Buhari yesterday, explained why Edo State was yet to pass the anti-open grazing law. He said he told the president that Edo people have resolved that ranching was a private business, but since it is expensive, the federal government should make funds available for interested individuals under the National Livestock Transformation Program. That's the NLTP program, established by the federal government as a way to really look into how to sort some of these problems of cattle grazing in Nigeria. So let's take a listen to the governor yesterday as he spoke to the press about this in Abuja, about the stand of Edo State and in this whole matter. Then we'll get back to continue our discussion.
As you know, I'm quite friendly with the president. He's our president, and he's been quite supportive of me and my state, Edo State. And it's almost 1 year since my last election, and I haven't seen him one-on-one. So I came in to just greet him and also to go through some issues with him. That's the purpose of my visit to the villa. Principally, there were 4 issues I discussed with him. First has to do with the position of Edo State on the anti-grazing laws. As you know, most southern states have passed laws relating to open grazing, but Edo has not, because we want to ensure that whatever laws we pass are laws that we can enforce. We've had extensive consultations with our people, extensive town hall meetings to deal with the issue that, yes, we do not want open grazing. It is outmoded, it's outdated. However, what are the options? If we are asking that we should now have ranches and these cattle should now be constrained to specific areas, such as ranches, then who provides the land? My people say that as far as they're concerned, ranching is a private business, and therefore, just like every other agricultural venture, those involved should provide their land. As you already know, it is expensive, it is not cheap to run and manage ranches. So what I came to discuss with the president was that since the people of Edo would rather invest privately, those who are interested want to make it a private concern, then the National Livestock Transformation Program, which is now being implemented by the federal government, should acknowledge our model and should also be able to help Edo people benefit from the funding that is now being made available for who want to go into the livestock business and make investments in ranches and other similar livestock programs. He as usual, took notes, and I'm sure he's going to do something about it. The other issue was I came to thank the federal government, the president, for the efforts of the federal government in assisting our current efforts to return the Edo artifacts that are all over the world.
There you have it. Basically, there were other issues he actually discussed with the president yesterday, according to him. He said it, you heard it right there when he said he had other issues he discussed with the president. But majorly, we're looking at the issue of the anti-open grazing law, and of course, the government's initiative on how to move on in that regard. One, he had his reasons not to join the bandwagon in trying to being quick to pass the bill for reasons he actually stated. After consultations, town hall meetings, and resolves with Edo people, the conclusion was since it's a private business, they will need government funding so private investors can come into it. The model, when explained, sounds quite interesting, but looking at the geographical landscape of Edo State and the nature of the business of ranching, cattle rearing, how obtainable and sustainable is this model? It's one question we should ask ourselves in this course of discussion right here. So I'll open the phone lines with no further ado. Time is considerably spent on the show already. So I'll give you the platform so you can actually call in to make your contribution and deduction. And of course, I'm sure many other governors that have toed the line of passing the bill into law, the anti-open grazing business, must have considered within their own geographical settings as well, considered the dynamics and the challenges with it before they sat down and come to a consensus and go ahead to say, yes, we are in support of this. And it's even we even have some northern governors as well that are part of the support of the anti-open grazing bill. So let's open the phone line so you can call in to make your contributions. We are focused on Edo State, looking at our own stand in the issue of anti-open grazing law. So call in and make your contribution. Numbers are 0706 263 9275 and 0903 939 4427. And of course, you can also call 0812 178 9154. And if you want to send text messages, send your text messages to 0807 400 9076. Turn on the volume of the radio set.
Good morning, Benjamin.
Good morning to you. What's your name?
Yeah, Dan Chelsea.
Okay, Dan Chelsea, good to have you. Go ahead.
Okay, there is a good one for our governor to go and see Buhari, but that is not what I called. There is a situation at the upper houses at Abiyama Junction precisely. There is a corpse, there is a remain of a girl there. There is no head, no private parts. It was at the center of the main road there since morning. So I just want you to...
At what location particularly is it?
At Abiyama Junction, before 3 House Junction. You are coming from Rio after 3 House Junction. But if you are coming from Idugbo before 3 House Junction at Abiyama, they're just at the center of the main road there. It's a girl.
Okay, thank you very much for bringing this one in, and I hope the authorities that has the responsibility will get into action and see how they can take it. Thank you for that information. All right. Hello?
Hello, good morning, sir. Good morning, my brother.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, KFM. I'm Lagos Marunsai from Odoazi.
Zaransai, go ahead. Welcome to Dialogue.
It's a very big pity. We already see the other side of our governor, Baseki. This is not what we expected from him. I don't know how long it takes it to pass the open, pass the ban on open grazing. What we are seeing that is now that the House of Assembly are not also serious. They're supposed to query the authority of the government not to pass this bill. Cattle have started eating our crops again. A cattle came to my company yesterday, a loose cow among the hundreds that were crossing the road. There's nothing I could do that to run for my dear life with my children. He went to Abuja to do what? I don't understand. They are not pay pensioners gratuity.
You have your point. You got your point across already.
KUFM appreciates your contributions and comments on its platforms.
Thank you. Far too kind.
We would ask that in making your contributions, desist from personal attacks or insults on other individuals or callers. Do not insult the sensibilities of other individuals. Endeavor to stick to the topic of discussion without unnecessary diversions. Be constructive rather than destructive. All good opinion counts. Make your comments brief and straight to the point. We will not tolerate insults or personal attacks on others. This is in order for us to serve you better. Thank you as you obey these rules. Remember, every caller is a presenter talking to an audience. Don't just be a caller, become a good one.
All right, that's just to quickly let you in on the fact that, yes, there are things that can be tolerated and there are things that we will not hesitate to react to. That's if you decide to let your emotions take over your opinion, your logical opinion and contributions to the show, you will have to be taken off. All right, so that goes to the likes of our first caller right there. You don't throw insults at people and you don't call out people when giving opinions. You have a right to your own opinion just like everybody else. So please take note as you call in. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
This is Mr. Omar Sifo.
Mr. Omar Sifo, go ahead.
Yeah, I think first and foremost, I want to salute the courage of the governor for going to see Mr. President, our dear president that we love so much. I think it's a wonderful one this morning. I think the issue of open grazing, some of us that have opportunities to go to school, elementary schools in the village, I think it's animal husbandry. It's a personal business, just like some people choose to do poultry or piggery as the case may be. Just some people choose to do the cow business. In as long as it's part of animal husbandry, it's a personal business. Why can't they look for a place, put their cow, rear their cow? I mean, I don't say we have large acres of land. If you are going to Lagos to see and to bring land, they can go there. If it is 50 by 100, it's 100 by 100, you put your cow there. And if you put it there, you have good cow, you have a lot of protein, you have a lot of good meat, beef. And in such regard, the cow will not be prone to irregular diseases. You understand? And we can, from there, can be exporting our cow to international community because they are not prone to diseases. So, for me, people, I want this cow business to become a thing of the past. If you want to go into cow business, buy 50 by 100 or 100 by 100, the case may be, because I know that a lot of people that own this are millionaires. So you can get it through your business. And secondly, sir, if I know that the government is going to be our dear president, I could appeal to him, we that residing around the Orege and by Safle Road. Our children cannot go to school because the road is very bad.
Well, those are part of the issues. I actually decided to just take out the part where he talked about the open grazing.
Thank you very much.
The issue he talked about with the president was the need to attend to some of the federal roads.
All right, thank you very much. I'm very glad about that.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Yes, because it was part of the discussions. I was just saying our concentration was on the issue of the anti-open grazing and the ranching business that I discussed with the president. He talked about the need for roads within federal roads that are cut across Edo State. Edo State, he actually described as a junction that people from various states, going from one state to the other, practically goes through Edo State most of the times. So it means there is the need for intervention on the federal roads around the Benin axis, the Benin region. All right, so let's take more calls. Hello. Hello. All right, not to forget, you can put your text messages through as well. If you can't get through to the phone lines, you can send your text messages to 0807 400 9076. Yes, hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
My name is Dennis, and I'm calling from Benin.
Your name is Dennis?
Yeah.
All right, Dennis, welcome to Dialogue.
Thank you. I think our governor, it is good our governor went to Abuja to go and see Mr. President. But I think it would have been better also for our governor to appreciate the fact that cow rearing is a business. And every business in this state, you first of all acquire your land, you build your premises before you engage in such businesses. I think it's high time our governor appreciate that fact. That is the reason why anti-grazing law is being passed in other parts of the state.
Well, if you listen to the governor, if you listen to him talk, he will tell you some private investors have already he has already discussed with private investors and people in business or commerce in these areas. And of course, he mentioned rightfully that people are waiting to invest, but needs support from the federal government, which means if it is a business you are interested in, I think it's an open platform for any potential investors that want to invest in the livestock business under the livestock transformation, National Livestock Transformation Program. So it's open to what you're talking about.
Yes,
if you want to get land,
I think any investor that wants to come to the state, I don't think if the anti-grazing law is not put in place, they will come and invest in cattle rearing. I don't think any serious business or international business person will come and be carrying cattle across the state, moving from one place to another. I think this anti-grazing law is like policies that affect every other business. They should put this law in place so that people in the state will be able to go to farm, will be able to own their farms, and will be able to harvest at the end of the day. It's like it is not bothering the governor, but some people in this state are going to farm. They are not having the benefit of going to farm. They are being killed every day because of these boys carrying these cattle all around. I think the anti-grazing law will put checks to all these menace. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, so let's take a look at the text message portal. All right. Okay. John says, of what importance is cattle business in Nigeria? Do they pay tax or contribute to our GDP? Why are our leaders so swift to misplace priorities? Sanchez, good morning. All right, that was from Sanchez. And, okay, basically, we've been talking about the governor stating why Edo is yet to pass the anti-open grazing law, because the governor, according to him, is taking his time to have stakeholders involved, and he doesn't want to be too quick to pass a bill that cannot be enforced, basically. And of course, he has gone to see the president about it and talked about the need for funding just for the benefit of it being an expensive business, and of course investors waiting to key into it as well. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Please turn on the volume of your radio set.
I've done that already. This is Abraham. I'm calling from Benin.
Brahimo.
Abraham,
good to have you. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me contribute to your program. That's the last program you have.
Thank you very much.
I want to say that the governor, with all due respect, he has betrayed the trust most people have in him in a district, including his southern governors. At least he has been part and parcel of that their meeting. He has not raised any objection in the meeting for them to iron it out. And he has been silent.
Does that level it down to betrayal?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying? Because I have my own opinion, because I'm not running
This is my own personal opinion, because I think it would have been better for him to raise it in the meeting so that his southern governor's counterpart, they will not iron it out. And
but what difference does it make? It's what benefits.
I think the difference is that they all have agreed that they will pass this open grazing law.
There was nowhere it was indicated that everybody said it is an agreement among all of us.
Jonathan, I think if you have any objection, it's better to raise it up in the meeting than to wait when others start passing the law, or what all of you have gathered and said. When others are implementing, passing it into law, then you now secretly do your own differently. I think it amounts to betrayal. And if you're talking of integrity, if there is integrity, I think you have to say openly whether they agree or don't agree.
I totally.
That is the way I look at it. And because if you look at this open grazing law, other states have been passing it. They've been sending it to the House of Assembly, and they've been passing it into law, and he has been silent.
Every state has its dynamics.
That is why apart from the town hall meeting.
He actually has sat down with a stakeholders.
I don't want to be insulting. Let me just say my mind.
Not on this platform.
He himself is like, he doesn't like it. You know, he's against, if he's not against it, this town hall meeting, how many people was invited? Was it advertised? We just can pick people and go there and make their own decision.
I
want them to know that any decision they make is binding on this state. It will come and go, but the law might not go easily. So I think the southern governor should be carried along. To me, if this is the same point.
I don't know why you feel his counterparts are not carried along, because he made a decision for his own state. What do you think is beneficial for his state?
Because I said all of them went for a meeting.
I don't understand where you come up with. That is your deduction that it was an agreement between all of them. So I'll have to let you go. Thank you very much for your contribution. You don't sit down and say somebody actually betrayed some people, because he actually has his own opinion on how he wants to go about what he wants to do for his people. And I would have loved to take more calls, but this is exactly where I think we'll wrap it up. But let me quickly take a look at this text message here. It says, "Good morning, Dialogue. Please, which local governments will be used for this ranching of a thing, because herders don't have local government?" This is from Usagi. All right, Usagi, with time we will see how things unravels, especially though it seems having a governor meet with the president on some of this issue of ranching, and of course a host of other things he had to discuss with the president as per trying to push this state forward. Okay, this is where we call it a day. This is where we say have a nice time, and we will see you same time tomorrow right here on Dialogue, and of course to discuss more important issues as it affects us as a people. And I want to say thank you very much for your contributions and for always being a part of the show. And I want to thank you so much for always being discretional as well when we come here to air our voices. So keep it at the same time tomorrow. I'm Benjamin Kadiri. Leave that dial right here on 92.7. Still a lot more to come. At the top of the hour, it'll be time for the news update.
Nigeria's political landscape has evolved over the years, but since 1960, the yearnings of the people have remained the same.
One problem I like, I don't tire.
There are no jobs in this country.
Carry 250 million naira, go buy motor. Corruption for this country too much. Our healthcare in Nigeria is really poor. Women are dying at childbirth almost every day.
92.7 KUFM.
It may be cloudy outside, but not for very long. We will surely see the sun. 'Cause we know no matter the weather, no matter the tide, we go there together. We stand by your side. No yawa, no problem. Go fit stand to fight us. We go stand together. We go beat them down.
92.7 KUFM.
From Benin City to the world.
This is 92.7 KUFM News.
It's 10 a.m. and this is KFM News Update on the hour. I'm Benjamin Kaduri. The federal government has set a deadline of December 1st, 2021 for civil servants to take the COVID-19 vaccine. Chairman of the Presidential Steering Committee on COVID-19 and Secretary to the Government of the Federation, SGF, Boss Mustafa, announced this at a briefing on Wednesday in Abuja. He also revealed that the government has removed South Africa, Brazil, and Turkey from the list of countries where travelers have been restricted from coming into Nigeria as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. The federal government says the repatriation of the 1,130 looted Benin bronzes from Germany to Nigeria is on track, and the matter is on the front burner of both countries. The Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, disclosed this on Wednesday in Abuja when he received a delegation from Germany to follow up on issues of repatriation of the bronzes. The minister said Germany remained the first country to return in large number looted artifacts from Nigeria, and the gesture would endear Nigerians, and in particular the people of Edo State, to Germans. The Deputy Governor of Anambra State, Dr. Nkem Okeke, has defected to the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC. President Muhammadu Buhari received the Deputy Governor on Wednesday at the Presidential Villa in Abuja. Okeke was led to the President by the APC Caretaker Committee Chairman and Yobe State Governor, Mai Mala Buni, and Imo State Governor, Hope Uzodimma. The 2022 budget proposal has passed the second reading in the Senate. The passage through the second reading follows a debate by federal legislators on the budget. President Buhari had on Thursday last week presented a 16.39 trillion naira budget proposal for the 2022 fiscal year. The Federal High Court sitting in Lagos has ordered a former Minister of Aviation, Femi Fani-Kayode, to pay a fine of 200,000 naira for being absent at his rearraignment or stand the risk of having his bail revoked. Justice Daniel Osaigo gave the order on Wednesday, saying that having gone through the court's file, he observed 5 different letters by the defendant seeking adjournment on the same medical grounds. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, had charged Fani-Kayode alongside the former Minister of State for Finance, Nenandi Usman, one Danjuma Yusuf, a former chairman of Algon, and a limited liability company, Joint Trust Dimensions Nigeria Limited. Finally, the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, in its new guidelines, says any customer or entity operating an account or wallet without a bank verification number, BVN, will pay a penalty of 2 million naira. In a circular to all deposit money banks, DMBs, mobile money operators, MMOs, super agents, and payment service providers, PSPs, signed by CBN Director Musa Jimo. Payment System Management Department, the bank, and 15% of the total amount will be credited into the account during the period infraction exists, and 20,000 naira penalty per infraction or customer per day after the infraction exists. And that's KFM News Update on the hour. I am Benjamin Kadiri. Thanks for listening. Good morning.
Entrepreneurs, business owners, and organizations. KUFM 92.7 has an impressive and constantly expanding number of followers online. You can now advertise your goods and services on KUFM's social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Take advantage of our online presence and reach out to our growing audience at very affordable rates. Call 0703 109 4612 or 0806 530 5657 or 0802 232 7191 or visit our marketing office, top floor, Enterprise Foundation Building, number 62, Ihama Road, GRA, Benin City. KUFM, your business growth partner.
Uncle Dentist, wetin be cavities and how Colgate take dey protect my teeth from cavities? Shey dey use comfort?
No dear, na hole for teeth dey cause most tooth pain wey be cavity. But if you use Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection take brush every day, the confirmed formula go help keep natural calcium inside our teeth wey go protect them from tooth decay.
Time don reach to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate, because Colgate locks calcium in.
Keeps cavities out!
And the Nigerian Dental Association, they recommend Colgate.
More the way when my customers they take they enjoy this Checkers custard and hey, since I open shop today now so Checkers custard and just they ask me,
Madam, summer me one big container of that your Checkers custard because the way when my picking them they lick plates every time I give them, it they torture me for body.
Yeah, mommy don't buy Checkers custard again. CHECKERS Checkers custard.
Checkers custard or we no get rival.
Checkers custard. Now this one be custard.
Wow, the detergent can come again. Wow. You dey wash plenty and you dey say wow. You fit to win the millions as you dey wash with, wow. Jump 50K every day. Wow. If you not time to take calculate. Wow. Million naira full ground. If you want know how, just check the pack. Wow. Get your own car though when you wash with wow. Detergent, you dey wash up. Million naira bracket. For wow detergent promo.
This promo will end for the 25th of October 2021.
Get ready to get turned up. Vice City Entertainment in association with Barrels and Crates presents for the first time in Benin City, Astra Concerts featuring Fireboy DML, Delight Ryan, Superstar Maven Ira Star, and the best rapper in Africa, Black Balls.
Who are you talking to?
And music policy, DJ Bobby. Your host for the night, Mano Spanky, MC Edu Pikin, Captain Jeff, also co-hosted Sound City's Radio Goddess. No way, baby. Tickets are selling now. Regular 10K, VIP 50K, Timmons 250K, Silver 500K, Gold 750K, Platinum 1 million naira. It's all going down on Saturday the 6th of November 2021 at Crown Heights Event Center, Country Home Road, off Sapele Road, Benin City. For tickets, call 0902-903-0958.
Ari agbonage yowa orewi inwizi oregion kere ikelegwe orikwe sasa kokoma kiwakweti Victor Efo Sanobi waifu okpe gbano kekene origwo eri ori yasowa obi emezi oke nogba wagioba upiye ne ogbe waye ame imo iye itenipe teniku ofi yaye imami oimi ona kin edetoze no ipedi wine uki October okuna yina 2021 ugena ya yogo ne bi unrome wogwari sasegbene tubele Sam Gbemudia Stadium egogin wiye ki egogi vavavan ede Friday no ipeze kesuge uki October egogin wiye ya segogi okparavan arido wa yupo no wiye egogi okparavan araru gami yaye Christino kekene kinigbe ridola la panu getin eduzo anegere no ipede nero ugie ikwavan ke goro wogbeleze o Garrick Memorial upo no kedori ekewon egogi vavavan eduzo anokwa ipede haro ugie ari ari ekpon no sanu dazi we Holy Cross Catholic Cathedral orupe mission redu o ma gbezutele rurupe ko ya sonyemegbe ohun ina ga wu bo efo aye egbo wa efo ki ari obo tedo e o pase yaya wewe na.
Mr. Chairman, sir. Beautiful advertisement. Thank you. But was he approved by APCON before exposure? APCON? APCON is the Advertising Practitioners Council of Nigeria, the federal government advertising regulatory authority that vets and approves all adverts before they are exposed on radio, TV, billboard, any medium. You mean it's the law? Yes, sir. APCON is backed up by the law to vet all adverts to ensure they are not in bad taste. And there's a big penalty for non-compliance. Call me our consultant now. Get your advertisements vetted and approved by APCON before exposure. Call 0909 144 2787 0811 562 4892 or visit www.apcon.gov.ng today for details on APCON offices nationwide.
Wake up every day, feeling so down with motivation. Turn on my excitement. 92.7, everybody knows KU FM. I'm in love with my radio. KU FM. I'm in love with my radio. KU FM. I'm in love with my radio. KU FM. 92.7 is my radio. Start up my day with a KU breakfast. So move to the KU midday. So Radio Tori, Sports Fiesta. KU drive time, and I wrap up my day with the KU night. KU FM. I'm in love with my radio. KU FM. I'm in love with my radio. KU FM. I'm in love with my radio. KU FM. 92.7 is my radio.
KUFM.
We've had many battles, we have won some wars, but in all our struggles, we have lost loved ones. It may be cloudy outside, but not for very long. We will surely see the sun, 'cause we know no matter the weather, no matter the tide, we go there together, we stand by your side. No yawa, no problem, go fit stand to fight us. We go stand together, we go beat them down. We go jump and pass, 'cause we can learn to live story. And before any yawa we try to fall our hand, we go chop them like Indomie. Aye, see, no get rich to divide us. A Jackie can not the form type us. So now who bunk bege where they from big titles. We be river our live story. Now we going no matter the weather, no matter the time, we go there together. Stand side by side. Cause no yawa, no evil, go use style divide us. We go stand together, we go beat them down. No matter the weather, no matter the tide, we go there together, yes, we stand side by side. Oh, no yawa, no nonsense, go feet stand against us. We go stand together now, we go beat them down. Oh, no matter the weather, no matter the tide, no matter the tide, oh, we go stand strong.
Problem kid.
Still broadcast reaching you from the stables of K92.7 FM here in the city of Benin. And of course, you're still rocking with the best, the wickedest man on radio, Benjamin Cattery, the one he called Bugsy Gambino. And yes, today happens to be one day that we keep having special guests in the house. And I have someone here with me this morning. She's here to talk about the need for us to take care of our sight, and tell us exactly why we should prioritize our sight. And I have here in the studio with me Dr. Darlene Tess Oronsaye.
Yes.
Hafa.
Good morning. Thank you.
Good morning to you. All right, welcome. And this is in commemoration with World Sight Day. So you think it's imperative for us to take a look to talk about the eye. First of all, you said you want to talk about the 4 P's.
Yes.
Prevention.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start with that.
So today is World Sight Day, as you said already, and it's themed "Love Your Sight," love your eyes, rather, not love your sight, so love your eyes. And so I'm here basically to remind people to take care of their eyes, to love their eyes. So the first, I'm talking about the 4 P's. This is according to the International Agency for the Prevention of Blindness. Something for people, something easy for people to remember. So for prevention, the first P is prevention. So people want to remind people to eat healthy. For example, eating lots of green leafy vegetables that contain lots of antioxidants help to protect the retina, helps to prevent a condition in old age called age-related macular degeneration, and basically it's just good for the eye. And so people should also adopt healthy habits. Eating healthy would also prevent something like diabetes mellitus that can affect the eye and cause blindness.
Oh, really?
And many other things. So that's essentially for prevention. Prevent injuries to the eyes. Eat healthy, live healthy. To prevent systemic conditions that can eventually affect vision.
Eyes.
Yes, the eyes and then vision. You know, the eyes, the window to the soul.
Okay.
So.
All right, and that's 1P done
That's
with.
1P.
And second P.
Second P is protect. Yes, protect. So protect your eyes. Protect your eyes from harmful ultraviolet rays. That's from the sun. So people, when walking outdoors, you should always wear sunshades. And if you can't get UV protected sunshades, for those people working with chemicals or those welders or people generally, or people working in the lab, make sure you wear safety goggles. That's to prevent chemical spills from getting into the eyes. Then, for example, children should be prevented from holding playing with sharp things, with knives or sharp objects. I've seen too many cases of preventable trauma or trauma causing blindness, especially in children, and can be quite painful. So, and then screen time, also reduce your screen time. That can cause a lot of eye strain. So, unfortunately, we're living in a world where we work from our phones and from our laptops. Yes, so as much as possible, take breaks when you're doing this. And then there are also glasses that you can wear to prevent or to reduce the amount of rays that get into one's eyes. So basically, protect your eyes. Make sure you protect your eyes.
Okay.
Then the third P. You want me to continue? Yes, the third P.
Preserve.
So preserve vision. Everyone should make sure they have regular, comprehensive eye checks. I would mention things like diabetes. For those people that have diabetes, they should make sure they have annual eye checks. It's called dilated fundoscopy. So the ophthalmologist takes the dilated pupils and they look into the eyes for this retinopathy that can cause blindness. Then for people with glaucoma, for example, glaucoma is something, they call it the silent thief of sight. Because it's symptomless, so people don't have pain. So when having eye checks from age 40, age is one of the risk factors for glaucoma, would help to, when I say prevent, at least identify that a person has glaucoma, and then something can be done before it causes irreversible blindness. So then the fourth P
is glaucoma curable?
It isn't curable in the sense that you treat it once and it goes, but it is manageable. There are drugs, there are eye drops. Everything in the treatment of glaucoma is aimed at reducing the pressures in the eye. So the eye drops, there are eye drops that one can use. There are laser procedures. There are also surgeries to reduce the pressure, the intraocular pressure, the pressure within the eyes, and thereby reduce the likelihood of it progressing to blindness. Yes.
All right, so that's the third P done. So now let's look at prioritizing the eye. That's exactly that part I've been waiting for. How do we prioritize the eye?
It's many times when people have their medical checks, somehow the eye is relegated to the background. So I'm here to remind people to prioritize their eye checks. So when they're having their medical checks, if, for example, they work in places personally or maybe from their organizations, they should make sure that their eyes are also checked as part of the medical exam. So when they're getting their blood pressure, their cholesterol checked, for example, they should also have their eyes checked. Yes. So the basic thing is love your eyes. I keep saying that. Don't make sure you take care of them. Make sure you have regular eye checks. So, thankfully, will I say, this World Sight Day kind of falls within our customer service week. I'm consultant ophthalmologist at Lily Hospitals. So on behalf of the management, I have a message for our clients. I'd like to say thank you for entrusting Lily Hospitals with your healthcare needs over the years, as we are committed to delivering exceptional clinical care and improving your experience in all our locations. We are located in Benin and in Warri. In Benin, we're at Boundary Road and Ikupan Road, off Ikupan Road.
Okay. All right, I think thank you. We've been talking to Dr. Dalintes Oronsaye on the need to prevent damages to the eye, protect the eye at all times, preserve the eyes, and majorly prioritize the eye. And of course, this is in commemoration with the World Sight Day. So if you've not been making your eyes a priority, it's designated to start today. Thank you very much, Dr. Dalintes, for coming through.
I have one more thing to ask to the public.
All right,
or
go
there's
ahead.
more information. So as part of our activities for this World Sight Day, any member of the public can walk into the Lily Eye Center at Ikupan. It's at number 3 Affair Close, to have their eyes checked. So we wouldn't be registering them, but we'll conduct eye tests at a much subsidized rate today and tomorrow.
I can walk into Lily now and get my eyes checked.
Yes, you can.
Right behind you. Thank you very much for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, and we look forward to having you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Problem kid.
KUFM.
Yeah, let go. Daddy. What? Yeah, I'm a to taper. Shade the